This was just like your everyday podcast until Bill Maher's guest said something quite unexpected.
It's not good. You need to hear that other side. You need to be checked. People need to be checked.
I think they'll be
including your little girl.
Okay.
She needs to be checked. I don't know what.
Fuck that bitch. Fuck that little bitch with her black friends and trans friends and not even understand.
His daughter has trans friends in 3rd grade. My first thought after hearing that was, how the hell do you know a 3rd grader is trans? This got Bill Maher real curious.
Sandy, she doesn't know.
Wait, she has trans friends in 3rd grade?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, they know they're trans in 3rd grade.
I knew one of her friends. I knew when he was a girl.
How old?
I think just turned 9.
Notice he did not say anything about a verification process. He hasn't told us how they got to conclude authentically that the child is trans.
You know, I mean, I knew somebody who said to me, actually more than one person who said to me, a woman said, you know, I was what they called a tomboy. If I was alive now and acted the way I did then, that's what they would have done to me.
Well, nobody's doing this to her.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
literally, nobody is doing this to her.
How old?
She is, or he is, either 8 or, I think 9.
Okay,
Just
then
turned 9.
somebody is doing something, because 8 or 9-year-olds can't
No, you know what they're doing?
Can't do anything on their own.
No, they're
9-year-olds are still under their parents or their guardians. All the decisions they get to make has to be channeled through their parents or guardians. Like, their parents and guardians have to have the final say about whatever decisions they make, because they are 9. What do they really know? So I totally agree with Bill Maher when he said someone is doing that to them.
9-year-olds can't.
No, you know what they're doing?
Can't do anything on their own.
No, they're buying them boys' clothes.
Well, then they're doing something. They're doing.
Sure, yes, you're right. They're buying them boys' clothes.
And telling them you're a boy now.
No, they're not telling them. They're just agreeing with. They're like going.
Well, they're
okay,
agreeing
honey.
with an 8-year-old because when has their judgment ever been off?
How reliable is the judgment of an 8-year-old? There is a reason we don't let minors vote. We don't let them get tattoos. We don't let them drink. We even discourage them from having sex. The major reason we do this is because the judgment of an 8-year-old is really not that reliable, and we all know this because we have all been 8s before, except yes. You're not supposed to be 7 watching this. Then the guest tries to make a counterpoint. He tries to draw an equivalence between being trans and being gay.
You knew
Anyway,
you weren't gay, right?
It's
not different.
It is different.
No, it isn't.
It's okay.
The difference is simple. There are no consequences to being wrong about being gay. If you thought you were gay when you were a young child and once you got older you realized you were no longer gay, you can just go about your life. There are no consequences to that. Like, there are no damages. Nobody's hurt. Everybody's just fine. It's just that now you like guys now, or now you like women now. It doesn't mean anything. But as a child, if you say you are trans and you get transitioned as a child, if you grow up and you decide to change your mind, that's a very different story. And these stories exist. It's not like I'm making this up. There are lots of detransitioners right now who are like the people who are trying to, get back to their previous gender. And I don't think anyone would ever want to go through that. We've all been kids before and we know how that is. We know how many things we could swear to God we wanted as a child, but right now we no longer want. Even those who got tattoos as adults regret it sometimes. Unlike tattoos, changing your gender cannot be undone, depending on how far you've gone in the process. You really don't want to make a mistake when it comes to something that can't be reversed. Relying on a child's judgment for this does not really look like the right thing to do, given that this is going to affect them for the rest of their lives. So you would want a matured brain to make that decision, not a childish brain that is still thinking about rainbows and stuff. So you don't want, in the midst of that confusion, you don't want to make a life-altering decision in the midst of that confusion. Like, you wouldn't want your child to make a life-altering decision at that time when their frontal lobe is not really developed. I think we would prefer to make important life decisions with adequate information, and there's no way a child understands all that's involved in transitioning. Like, there's no way a child has all the information that he needs about transitioning, because a child is not really thinking about having kids. He's really not thinking about reproduction and all those kind of things. And if you transition, you really can't have kids again. At least you can't have your own kids again. I think we can all agree that as like nobody really cares if an adult decides to transition or not. You're an adult, you are free to do whatever you want with your life, except committing crimes. So far you're not committing a crime, you are free to do anything you like. The only time the topic of transitioning becomes a bit sensitive is when it concerns kids.
We voted for the same person.
Right.
You're just why she lost. Because America hears this and they're going to go, Bill's right. 8-year-olds can't really make decisions on their own like this. That's what most people are going to say. And this is where the Democrats are with David Cross living in Brooklyn, with Mandami Loving. And this is why, you know, we're going to vote for J.D. Vance. Doesn't mean I don't love you.
No, I disagree with you.
I know, it's okay.
Yeah, I know it's okay.
Sorry, you're right.
So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Do you think it's right for children to be transitioning? Or do you think it's wrong? Let me know your thoughts. And if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a thumbs up. And if you like the kind of things I talk about, don't forget to subscribe. See you guys in the